95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. And I'm available anywhere that you listen to podcasts, okay, and your radio shows. So get on it, okay? Let's do this. I love to connect with you and promote what you got going on. Let's get it. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the Blueprint Live, visit thebpmediaco.com today. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live with your girl, MzMetchi. Brought to you by Philly 101.5 and Indie 95.3 and Fluent Radio. Shout out to our partners, Be Your Own Kind and MzWTT, honey. And thank you to our amazing sponsors, Tax Strategy, Black Dollar Days, Fiya Infusions, and last but not least, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Okay, tune in every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in Philly. All right, y'all, it's showtime. Let's get it. Hey. Okay, it's Thursday. We having fun. It's Thursday. Yes. Come on in, y'all. Grab your cocktails. I got a great show for you. We getting it in. We are live right now on Fluent Radio. Okay. Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media, y'all. Let's go. This is New Wave by Not Them. Let's go. Hit them with that Midwest. We hit them with that new wave. They said the Midwest. We hit them with the new wave. We hit them with the new wave, y'all. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. We are back for another week. I hope wherever you are, if it's cold outside, you are warm and feeling good. And baby, if it's hot, I hope you done cooled off for the week. Okay. I'm really excited about tonight's show, y'all. I have a powerhouse backstage, y'all. I need y'all to feel the energy that is about to come on the show right now. Okay. If you're just tuning in, okay, if you like the song that I opened up to tonight, that was Not Them. Okay. New Wave. So y'all make sure y'all go. Okay. Make sure you following Not Them and get them on your playlist right away. Okay. Shout out to all my listeners out in Chicago, Jersey, Philly, and Houston. What's going on, y'all? Okay. I hope wherever you are good. It's been, I was just telling Dr. April, I'm like, it's been a crazy week, but it's, I will have to say it's still been a good week. Okay. And anytime you hear you still kicking and thriving, it's a good week. Okay. So make sure you get on that new wave and download. Okay. Download. You need to stream wherever you listen to music. Okay. Go get in tune with Not Them. Y'all, my sponsors. Okay. Where would we be without our sponsors? Okay. Black Dollar Days. Okay. Paris Ice Bar. She is your mobile bartender. And of course, Fiya Infusions. Okay. Make sure you all go and follow my sponsors. Go and share their posts. Live it up. If you're down in Florida, okay, you're in the Florida area, Paris, she takes care of y'all too. So get to it. I want you all to drop your businesses in the comments. I tell you all every week, what do I say? Somebody needs what you have to offer. So go ahead and put that in the comments for me. I usually go back and try to filter through, and I will follow any page that I'm not following on there. So drop your business, drop your friend's business, anybody that's doing something that it needs to be spread out to the public. Okay. That's what we're here to do. Make sure you drop it and tag it into the comments. Okay. Tonight's topic, y'all, I feel like we just got to do an overall catch up. It's a brand new year. I had to, for my people that's tuning in with me live on Facebook and YouTube, I'm like, we just gonna put dash because it's a lot of stuff to talk about. It's been a lot of things that's been going on, okay? But without further ado, I want to go ahead and bring on my guest, okay? Super excited. Okay, I'm getting the thumbs up already. I ain't even have to ask. Dr. April is ready to go. Okay, ready to go. Before I bring her on, I just want to, if you are tuning in with me right now, or you tune in at a later point, that's fine. I need you all to know the fire that's about to step out here, because first off, she needs no introduction, but let me just give you a little taste of what we got going tonight. Okay, she is a personal media coach, a speaker, an award-winning author. Y'all, like, I need y'all to know I am honored tonight. Speaker, okay, and the host of Own Your Ish with Doc April. Let me bring on my guest for tonight, Dr. April Lisbon. Hold on, let me bring her in right now. Dr. April, yes.
How you doing?
I am so happy to see you today. How are you?
How wonderful. Thank you. I'm excited to be on your show today, this evening. I don't know where people are at, but I'm excited to be live with you today.
I'm so excited to have you. I was telling them, you are a true powerhouse. Dr. April.
Thank you.
You, girl, I was looking, and when you sent me that, I said, oh my goodness. And of course, I have to do a deeper dive because you got to do your research when you're interviewing. And I literally sat there, and you are just the epitome, for real, Dr. April, of black woman magic, okay? Black girl magic, all of that. You just Black excellence. I really just want to know from you. Like, I always try to take my listeners through a journey with my guests.
Yes.
How did you get into like entrepreneurship and helping other brands? Like, kind of walk me through your story, girl. You've been doing a lot.
You see, what had happened was, I'll preface it that way. Preface it that way. But honestly, the reason why I got into the entrepreneurial space was because of my oldest son. So my oldest son, he is autistic, extremely brilliant, gifted young Black male. Yes. But because of the process that comes with autism and how people view autistic individuals, I felt like there was a need for me to step outside of my career as a psychologist in schools to work from home.
Okay.
Well, with insurance and all that stuff, that didn't work out well, but I still was doing the advocacy for autism. And that's how I got into the entrepreneurial space.
Okay.
However, as my son started to grow and started to develop, I started to question, is this really the zone that I should be in, the area that I should pursue? Okay. I stayed in it longer than I should for two reasons. One, because it was comfortable. It was something that I knew as an educator, as well as a mom. And more importantly, I didn't know if I would fail if I did something that was outside of my comfort zone.
Okay.
So to make a long story short, because I can talk for a minute.
No, this is your time.
I know. But the way how I got into being a personal media coach was based on a failed online course called Own Your Ish, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So the TV show was not really supposed to be a TV show. It was actually an online course that I had created after a book that I had written. And so, when it comes to business and trying to promote, everybody wants to know what you have going on, but only the free version of it, right?
Ooh,
but when you start to add the cost, the
I was with you until you added on that part.
Yes. That's what had happened. See, that's what had happened was part. Okay. So I got frustrated with the process. I was like, I'm just going to stop being an entrepreneur, period. Okay. And so last year in 2022, I had told God, I said, I am only on this earth for one reason at this moment in time, and that's to get married. Okay. Because the business wasn't working right. Okay. The booze wasn't coming right. Nothing was working right. I said, I'm not writing. I said, I'm not writing. I said, I'm not doing anything anymore because I really didn't feel like it was speaking to me.
Yeah.
And so I ended up doing a couple of interviews for people who I knew. So I was like, well, this is not a real interview. These are people who I know. So I don't mind speaking on their platforms.
That's right.
And out of that process, one of the interviewers had asked me, so what do you have going next? So of course, everybody as an entrepreneur has the what's coming up next. And I told her, I said, well, I have this course that hasn't been doing anything. So it's just sitting on the shelf. So she was like, well, why don't you go ahead and just teach it as a series on my show? I said, yeah, no problem. So then she called me a couple of days later. She was like, well, why don't you make it into your own TV show? And I said,
that's a real friend, Dr. April. That's a real friend.
Yes, it is.
They're looking out for you entirely. I love that.
Yes, exactly. And so that's how the Own Your Ish went from a failed online course to its second season on the Mogul TV Global Network. So yeah. So in that, I realized, with all the media print, all the podcasts, all the billboards, I wanted to help elevate other women, other men, other people of color like myself to be front and center, because really we see people who look like us, who smell like us, who we can identify as us, in major magazines and books and things of that nature. Right. So that's when I was like, I'm just your everyday Joe kind of a person. Why don't I teach other people the exact same strategies that has helped bless me to move further in my career as an entrepreneur? That's the skinny version of it.
We like all the versions over here. I just, and I for me, I'm always just so interested, especially when it's like, dynamic women like yourself that are doing multiple things, because, a lot of the times, Dr. April, I get a lot of grief for all of the little things that I have my hands in, but I'm like, we are women. We are phenomenal. We can do whatever we want to do as long as it makes sense. And I love the fact that you spoke about, having a product that you had, it wasn't doing that well, and then still being able to take that and win from it, right?
Yes.
Not a lot of people can do that.
No. And when I tell you it's catching dust, honey, listen, even what was that spray? Because I don't use the spray anymore. You know the spray that you used to do? Pledge, whatever they call it. Pledge couldn't even take the dust off the shelf. Girl, it was so dusty. No, ma'am.
But you know what? A lot of the times, when you look online and you look at different people, of course, everyone's going to post their wins, right? They're not going to post about those times or share those moments where it's just like, hey, I put my all into this particular project and it didn't go where I wanted it to go, right? It just didn't. Uh-oh. Dr. April, you still there? Dr. April. I think, hold on. Let me make sure we haven't lost her. Dr. April, you still here?
I'm here.
Okay.
Girl. We had a little outage in my area.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, it froze up just a little bit. I don't know where the last part that you heard.
The last part that I heard from you, you were talking about, how women, we are phenomenal and that good stuff.
Yeah, but
we can do whatever we want to do.
Absolutely. So, okay. So I love the fact that you told the story of how, like, your show, how you went on television, but you also had some time where you did podcasting too, right?
Listen, did you Google me?
I dug in the crates, Dr. April. Yes. I was like, we're going to talk about it because the people need to know.
Yes. So actually there were 2 times that I did podcasting. The first time was Embracing Autism with Doc April. And that was really just creating a space for all neurodivergent parents to hear ideas and strategies on how they can increase their love life, their self-care life, their business, and everything while raising a child who has special needs.
Okay.
So I did that for a period of time, was drained by that. Then I was like, okay, I'm done with podcasting. And after my oldest son, and this is kind of sort of the caveat of where that second podcast came in. After my second son, my first son, he was severely bullied in school, in middle school. Okay. Once again, I have a whole lot of long stories, but to make this long story short, the school district that he attended basically indicated that they felt like my son misinterpreted the idea of bullying because he was autistic. And so as a parent and as an educator, yes, ma'am, you heard what I said, yes, because he was autistic, he misinterpreted what the other students were trying to say. So they truly didn't believe that he was being bullied.
Oh my God.
So in that process, that's where Finding the Superpowers Within came from. It was really dedicated to my son, to give him a digital footprint, as well as other neurodivergent learners, a footprint to see that there are other people who are out there that are just like them, who have the same struggles just like them, but there's always a rainbow at the end of the tunnel. And so that's really where it came from. So it came from my son's story, from being rejected by his school, having police, psychiatric stay because they did not believe him. I decided to then create a digital footprint on the internet that will last forever, that he will be able to see, as well as other neurodivergent learners. So yeah, that's where it came from. Dang, you went way back.
I went back because you know what, you know, I know that with some of the things that I saw, you know, you shared, you've been very transparent about just, you know, your journey with your son growing up. And I did just want to know from you and tell you let me know if it's too personal. Like, was was it difficult when you were kind of creating those projects? Because, you know, essentially I feel like we don't talk about it enough, you know. So being kind of a person to spearhead a project where you do have that digital footprint, did you ever find it challenging at times?
Oh, absolutely. Aside from the fact of me creating the project, I literally had to find guests that would trust me to tell their stories. So
Okay.
one of the people who is a guest is actually my son's mentor.
Okay.
And he is now extremely successful. He's an entrepreneur. But the time when he originally shared his story, no one knew that he was autistic. So it was because of my son and his journey through bullying that he was then comfortable and willing to share his own journey of autism. And that just opened up the floodgates for him to support so many other people, because people were like, oh my gosh, you don't look autistic. Well, what does being autistic look like? You know, he didn't have the behaviors. He didn't have some of the common features of autism that people are used to. So people didn't believe it until he actually said it. But I will tell you, some of the journeys were kind of hard to hear the story. There was one young lady who's a powerhouse entrepreneur, but she has, she's not sure how many she knows, but she knows of 8 different personalities that she has. So she has, you know, so just very rarely will you see someone who's African-American who has differential identity disorder.
Yeah.
But by having that one person on the screen, other people who are minorities, who maybe have, you know, difficulties with BID, will feel more comfortable in sharing their stories, because there's so much negative stigmatism behind mental health issues and neurodivergency, that this was the first time that they were able to activate their voices and share with the world, this is who I am, this is what I do, but this is not only me, because I define me and not my disability.
Oh my good, that is powerful, Dr. A. Oh my goodness, girl, look, what a claps, what a claps, okay. Oh, I am moved. Like when I was reading it, I'm like, I have to ask her about it. I'm like, I have to ask her about that, because it's just, you know, I love when people are just their authentic selves and they share their stories, because your journey, you know, you sharing your story could help somebody else in their journey. You know, it's about being able to help others and bring us all forward. So that is so
Absolutely.
awesome. That's so
Thank
awesome.
you.
What a unique project to have, you know, that lasts forever. It
Yes,
does.
and that's what it was
It
all
does.
about.
Absolutely. Now I want to get into this coaching, Dr. April, because you know, because somebody told me, okay, that if they looking for a personal media coach, they need to come to you because you the one. Okay.
Yes. Listen, and so like I tell people, I said, you know, what good is it to have print in magazine, to be on a billboard, to be on a podcast, and not monetize from it? Really, all you're doing is advertising on their show while they're getting the benefits, and you just have something just sitting on the shelf like dust. And so because I was that person and I watched it collect dust for a period of time, I literally had to kick my own self in the behind and said, April, what are you doing? You have things from the Washington Post, NBC News, Forbes. Why are you not monetizing on this? Why are you not building a brand off of this?
Right.
And when I got out of my own way and got unstuck, that's where the idea of becoming a personal media coach came about. And so that's what I help my clients do. I'm like, you know, listen, you have all of this media in front of you. Why aren't you visible? Why can't your audience find you? And that's because, once again, you've been putting it on the shelf. And so really it's that tough love in a paid way, if that makes sense. I'm gonna be tough, but you're gonna pay me for it, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna need the cash. Okay.
You know, but it really is tough love, because it doesn't make any sense to say that you're in business and people have no idea where they can find you. Every person who is in business should have some type of digital footprint, just like you. I mean, you went way back into the crates, but because, you know, I chose to build a brand, people should be able to search you beyond the third page when they do a Google search. They should always find your name on the fourth and the fifth page where people don't always look to. But if you are consistent in building your brand and your business, people are going to always want to find more about you beyond the third page, because that's where most people stop. Because with the algorithms, that's those first 3 pages are the pages where they promote the most.
You need to have some real estate there.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to build. You want to build. What's the cheap one? I'm trying to build New York Avenue and Broadway. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the other one. Pennsylvania Avenue. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I'm trying to build Broadway with the hotels on top. Okay. Because listen, when you come around my block, okay, we get paid. We get paid. So really that's what it's all about, is helping people to realize that your brand is prime real estate. You should always find a way to be front and center in media, but there's a process to it. There's what I mean, as far as a process, you have to be humble with it, if that makes sense. You have to be your biggest hype man. You have to be your biggest promoter, because other people aren't going to do it for you. Right. So what use is it to be in somebody's magazine that you paid for, right? And then you're not hyping your own self up. Sorry, not sorry. Get in the game, get some skin in the game, make some money off the game, and build a legacy from the game. That's what it's all about.
Dr. April, you wouldn't believe, I just celebrated 4 years for my business.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And for my platform. And over these 4 years, I've had so many people that, you've seen the way that I promote just from our exchange for this week. Like, I'm going to go hard for you. I'm like, baby, if you a guest on my show, we going to promote. But they won't share it. They won't do anything. And I'm just like this. I thought you said you was trying to build your business. Like,
exactly.
What are we doing here? I'm like, am I the only one? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It's just you have to do that. So I want to know from you though, Dr. April, what is, outside of people not utilizing it how they need to, just maybe a more like specific example. What's the biggest mistake that you see brands making as far as not utilizing media correctly?
I think the biggest thing that they miss out on is only promoting it when it's hot. Because people are always going to be excited about it, when it first comes out. So you're looking for this high level of virality. Well, the fact of the matter is, it's still your calling card. It's almost like your social media resume. So if you are telling people that you are building a top brand, then people should constantly see you, promoting your media features, once a month, twice a month. I don't care how often you have to rotate it. Keep rotating that stuff, because you are famous. Think about them commercials, y'all. 30 seconds, 20 seconds. It's the same Doritos commercial, right? Everybody knows what the Doritos commercial gonna look like. Shout out Doritos. I'm gonna need y'all to get a little bit crunchier.
Right. Doritos.
On that Cool Ranch, okay? I'm gonna need y'all to add a little bit more flavor on the Cool Ranch. Y'all getting cheap with it now. But you notice they constantly repeat the same commercials over and over again, because they want to get you. They want to get their products and their services embedded in your mindset. Yes. So as soon as you go to the store, you know what I mean? You are picking up the brand, even if you don't like it. But because you like the commercial, you want to try the product. It's the exact same thing with your media. If you're only doing it one time, people aren't going to know who you are. People aren't going to trust who you are, because there are a lot of people who are looking for you to be commercial worthy. Well, guess what? If you're not paying somebody to make you commercial worthy, then guess what? You are your own flavor, okay? Get your time clock on and get to moving. Hype your own self up.
Okay.
And that's what it's all about.
I love it. I'm just, oh my goodness, like a breath of fresh air. Why have we not talked before this? Like, I don't understand. And you know what? I do want to give a shout out really quick. Dr. April and I were able to connect through my good friend Darren, and she's a good friend to her too. We were able to come together, from his group. Speaking of which, are you ready to give them that? It's not ready yet, Dr. April, for you.
It's ready.
Let's talk about it.
Because I still got a long story. So see, what had happened was, once again, I'll be in business, right? But there's a part of the business where I had that psychological block of having a Facebook group, because that's a lot of work.
It is a lot. That's why I haven't started one yet.
Listen, so you gonna be next, okay? Tag, you're it.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll accept it.
Exactly. But the reality is, people need to have a place and a space where they are getting your richest content, because you want to keep your group, your audience in a concentrated area so that they are experiencing the most authentic version of you. You want them to be able to have the warmest touch from you. Like I said, your best content ever. What you share on your regular social media feed, that's fluff and muff. But the meat and potatoes, that's what you share in your group. And so Darren actually challenged me recently, and he said, April, where's your Facebook group? And I was like, my what? He was like, I didn't start your Facebook group. I'm like, I'm going to need you to say that in English, because the language you're speaking, right, one more again, because it's not connecting. But he's right. It's like, how in the world can you say that you're a personal media coach and you're giving all this free content on your regular page, but your audience can't even find it? Because there's so many other people who are not a part of your audience that's complimenting and doing all those different things, that your target audience is missing out on seeing you. And so that's why I decided to go ahead this week before this show.
Okay.
Listen, okay, the pressure was on.
Yes.
To create my free Facebook group, Personal Branding with April Lisbon. So you can just go ahead and write that whole thing out, or just put personal branding and I should pop up. But I've already started adding a little bit of content into the group, just so that, people can understand that, especially for, like I said, especially for minorities, it's time for us to be front and center in media. People need to see us out there. There's so many shades of us. So much diversity. We need to also be out there making this exact same money as everybody else, Absolutely. So that's what that group is all about, is really getting the best information, the inside scoop, the inside secret of things that, I don't even tell people on my traditional social media page. I write it down, but I never had a place to house it at. So now that I have my group, I'll be housing it in my group. Don't share it out. Please don't share it out. I promise you, because I will get rid of you, okay? Because this is top secret, like Fort Knox.
You said personal. Give us the page one more time, because I'm following it right now. Y'all should be too.
It is Personal Branding with Doc April. Yes.
Okay, let's go. And follow it up. And you see, that's the thing, Dr. April, we support over here.
Yes.
So
thank you.
We got to do this. And hold on. I'm excited. I'm excited because let me tell you, I was one of the founding members of Darren's group.
Oh, nice.
I was like, I've seen it. I'm an expert in one of the groups. So, if anybody needs stuff as far as what I do, they come to me too. But I cannot wait to see it blow up. And I just joined.
Thank you. Yay! Love it.
Yes. So as far as like the clients, for anyone that's looking to book you for your personal media coaching, what are the type of clients that you see, or are you able to help all brands?
Honestly, I'm to the point where I'm able to help all brands. And I think that's just the psychologist that's in me, because by trade profession, I am a psychologist. So everything is a mindset. So for me, I'm really looking for people who are ready to do the work, not people who are ready to pick my brain, because I charge to pick my brain. Okay. But really the people who are ready to do the work. People who know that they are at a place in a space where people need to be reciting your brand like it's a magazine, like it used to be Jet magazine on the kitchen, on the what you call it, table.
Yeah, the cocktail
table. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, we gonna be Jet magazine on the table. Okay, so that when people come on the weekends, they see us front and center. And really, that's what it's all about. So if you are to a point where you're like, you know what, Dr. April, I don't even really know if my brand is ready for media. Can you help me out? Absolutely. I'll be creating some PDFs to do a self-evaluation to help you to see whether or not media is the best fit for your brand and for your business. And if it is, what are the necessary steps to help you get there? Some of the things that I'll be offering inside the group are, opportunities for people for my clients to really actually pitch and practice to members within the group, because once again, it's not easy just coming on and talking to a podcast. One of the things I had to learn was a water test. Always have a water bottle with you so that you can keep your throat nice and wet. Okay.
I got a little liquor, Dr. April. I gotta keep it 100 with you. Okay. I got a little wine tonight.
Keep that me going, so you don't sound like you're rugged and you're raspy.
Yeah, like you don't want to get on sounding like DMX.
Exactly. And just different things of that nature. But like I said, whether you're an entrepreneur or if you're an individual who's like, you know what, I'm ready to even get on reality TV, but I don't know how to make myself media ready, TV ready. All of that is going to be discussed in the group. So those are the people I'm looking for, people who are ready to stop putting their brand and their business or their thought leadership on the shelf, and people who know that they were born to be stars. Like I tell people, I'm the Oprah of my business. Okay, I don't know about you, but I'm the Oprah. I'm the star. Everything else is a production around me. Okay,
you are blowing my mind. I need you to know, like I'm very a big believer of just things happening in their divine way. Yes. And I will be definitely chatting with you offline. Like when I saw everything that you did, I'm like, we got to connect after that, because for me, I've been telling people, I'm like, I'm going to have TV placement within the next year and a half.
Yes.
I'm going to be on television in some capacity.
Exactly. And that's what
it's going to happen. So I definitely joined the group. I'm excited for everything that, we're going to learn, and just all the wealth of knowledge that you're going to be able to offer, because you are truly a powerhouse. I mean,
Thank you.
You definitely are. So before you leave me tonight, let everybody know what you've got going on as far as things that are coming up, and then where they can catch your new show.
All right, absolutely. So once again, brand new specifically for the MzMetchi show. Listen, the Facebook group is up. It's up, literally up. Personal branding with Doc. No, it's not with Doc April. See, with April Lisbon. See, that Doc April, that just rolls off my tongue.
It's a brand.
But it is personal branding with April Lisbon on Facebook. Definitely, if you are to a point where you want to case consult with me because you feel like media is the way to go for your brand and for your business, you can definitely, I'll be sure to give MzMetchi my link for my stream card, which is kind of fancy on YouTube, okay? So that you can connect with me, set up your consultation appointment. So I'm excited about that.
Okay.
And definitely, it's all about the show. So Own Your Ish with Doc April is back for season 2 on the Mogul TV Global Network. So you can catch me every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
8 p.m. Central Standard Time. 6 p.m. if you're on the West Coast. See, because I used to live on the West Coast way back then.
You say it's on Thursday. You about to go live? Wait, oh no, you went.
No. It's still I still got 58 minutes.
Okay.
58 minutes. Yep, 58 minutes.
The time zones messing with.
Yeah, exactly.
That's talking to my head and not my heart. Okay.
I'm like all them time zones are so much, but it is Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is my time zone now. Okay. Like I said, so you can catch us at www.themoguls.tv. I am actually under the lifestyle brand for the network. We are also on Roku and Amazon Fire. So you can just download the Mogul TV Global app to your Roku or your Amazon Fire, and you can catch me there as well.
Oh,
but now I'm not doing nobody book this year. Okay, Lord, I hurt you, sir. I heard. Hope you heard me, sir. I ain't doing no books this year.
Okay.
And I ain't doing no speaking engagements. And the next thing you know, by the summer, I'll be doing another book chapter.
When I see the flyer, I'm just gonna put the little emoji that's like this. She tried it.
Exactly.
But no, Dr. April, thank you so much for just taking your time out. I mean, you got to go and do your show. I just appreciate you spending some time with me tonight, and just talking about all of the amazing things that you're doing. And I wish you much continued success with everything. And we definitely gonna be in touch, ma'am. So
absolutely, thank you so much for having me on the show, allowing me to share with your audience. It has truly been an honor and a pleasure.
Absolutely. Well, we'll talk soon. Have a great show.
All right, sounds good. Bye.
Bye. You all make sure that you follow Dr. April, a great conversation tonight. Great conversation. I have to take a quick break, but when I come back, I've got tonight's Hate It and Love It. Be right back.
The Black Dollar Days initiative has officially kicked off. Make sure that you join founder Faye Porter in her mission in uplifting the Black community. You can join by registering your business or just replying that you're in and you're ready to be in on this initiative. Okay? Visit theblackdollardays.com and do what you need to do to be a part of this. Be a part of the change that you want to see. Make sure that you follow them on all social media and let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in...
All right, y'all. It's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. So let's get into tonight's Hate It and Love It. Okay. I'm going to keep it real light this week, honestly. I'm going to keep it real light. Let me just say, my love it for this week has to be, I'm trying to get these microphones right, baby. It has to be YouTube. Like, YouTube just been, it's been really hitting for me lately. I don't know about y'all, but it's definitely been doing this thing as far as I'm concerned. Okay. I love to go on there. Learn new little tricks as far as for the girl, for the makeup with the girls, which my eyeshadow over here doing this own thing right now, but it's lit. And I, so y'all see, I got my little butters whipped, you know what I'm saying? Because people be thinking that when you wear weave, like you ain't got no hair. I'm like, baby, head full of hair. Do you feel me? Okay. Curls is curling. Curls is for the girls. But I was having a hard time because, I hadn't straightened it in a while. I'm like, man, I'm trying to learn how to do like the vixen curls or whatever the case is. So I'm making it happen. I'm looking for some videos on there. I found this girl. I subscribed immediately, honey. The curls came out fabulous. And I got on my Potty Girls tonight. So that's definitely the love it. I had my hated it for the week is something that I'm definitely going to talk about in the, later on tonight. As far as for the topic, because I told y'all I'm gonna just talk to y'all tonight. It's a lot we gotta cover. We gotta cover a lot of ground. It's a lot of things going on. So but I'm just gonna say this for the love it. It's for those that try to people that try to minimize what you do. Okay. And I'm talking about this. This could be on a professional level. This could be on a romantic level, whatever. It's not right. It's just not right. Okay. I had a few instances where that happened this week where I'm just like, man, I'm like, really? That's what y'all gonna do? Oh, okay. Now, moving along. So my love it, my other love it has to be. So I told y'all last week about the event and the things that I'm trying to do for in the summertime. And, basically I got everything, everything had already been like green lit before, but, now it's really, it's for real turning into a thing. So I've got, all of my people booked. I'm ready to go. I've engaging with all of the partners. So this summer, I'll definitely gonna have some things going. If you downtown on a Wednesday, we're gonna get it lit down there. Like, especially if you on my side of town, downtown, we're gonna have a good time. So that is just the love it for me. I like when things are coming together. And I told y'all that last year I unlocked a different type of level for myself where I'm just like, you know what? I need to mix my corporate life you not mix it. Let me be clear, not mix it, but more so like I need to make sure that I'm bridging the two as much as I can, of course, ethically, because that's number one, but making sure that it's just like I'm making use of the contacts. And, I'll tell you all this as a reminder. Make sure that y'all are treating people well. Like if you are in the service industry, you're in operations, you have vendors, you have different people, like make sure that you are treating people kind and being nice to them all the time. Because I had an instance where a vendor, I've always, like plugged this vendor. I've gotten him, different things and contracts and stuff with like some of our tenants and stuff like that. And he literally, was talking to me one day and learned a little bit more about my business, and he wanted to like sponsor, he's like, let me know when you got some stuff coming up, like we could, do some type of one-off type of thing. And I'm like, okay, this is something I'll probably have to clear through management, but it's like, being good to people, the love, it has to be like when they reciprocate that back and they want to pour into you. What I do as far as my daytime job, like, I love it. It's a little stressful sometimes, but I do love taking care of everything. Like I have a 36 floor building, I'm taking care of everybody. And I run a whole retail sector. It's a lot of different things that goes into that. So anytime anyone wants to pour back into me, I love it. I'm like, I'm here for a good pour, baby. Pour back into me the way that I pour into you. Anything that you're doing, we should be trying to add value. We should be trying to help people, bringing everybody, bringing as many people on board as possible. That's going to do right. Let me be clear. Because I've had people that I've tried to bring along. I'm like, you want to come make some money? What you want to do? And then they play you, and it's just like this. I'm not one of those. But I'll have more on that with tonight for the topic of the night. Because I was telling my husband that some of the things that I had happen to me this week, I'm just going to talk my ish today. So, you might want to stick around. You might want to stick around if you like a little bit of that. I'm going to real quick take a break. When I come back, I've got the what would you do? And y'all, this one's a little bit weird. And I think y'all going to think that it's just as weird as I do. We'll be right back.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi, checking in. Okay. Y'all ready for tonight's What Would You Do? I think y'all ready. Shout out to all my listeners out in Chicago, okay, Jersey, Philly, Houston, okay. We are live right now on Facebook and YouTube, and we are also live with Fluent Radio, okay, Mixed Talk Media, Jams 95.3 and Indy 101.5. So for everyone that's tuning in, I love y'all. Let's get into tonight's What Would You Do? Let's do it. This one, y'all, okay, these people are a little bit older, so let's go ahead and go, okay. The guy's 52. The young lady that he's speaking about is 40, okay? Keep that in mind. So I have this... Let me take a sip real quick. Dr. April said I have to clear my throat. So I have a long-time crush on a friend. I've known her for years. We've both been married, but I'm now divorced for 10 years, and she's recently been separated and trying to divorce for the last year. Her ex left her high and dry, so to speak, with 2 young children. She's a train wreck, but such a beautiful woman and soul. Her car is broke. She's broke, trying desperately to care for her kids and doesn't seem to know where to turn. A dark cloud seems to follow every choice she makes. I try to help her out as much as I can, but it's hard to watch the mess she's in with the feelings that I have for her. I know her heart, and even if I expose my feelings for her and she has them for me, she'd say that she's going through too much of a train wreck right now to get involved with anyone, and she would be right. I love the chance to be something good in her life, but the current situation is painful. What would you do if you were in my shoes? Ooh. 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 That's a tough one. Ooh. Art with Lauren B checking in. She said, Lord have mercy. She needs babies. She does. I mean, that's a tough one, because this is the thing. How many of y'all raise your virtual hands, raise your hands if you're in your car right now and you're listening, have dealt with somebody that you felt like, it's like, okay, this person just, they just need a little bit of a glow up. You know what I'm saying? And then you end up probably like sticking around for that. And then it doesn't work out too good. No, people get on their feet and then they get to acting funny. You like, well, wait a minute. I thought we was cool. I thought we was vibing. I think personally, yes, she does need prayers and support. She does. I think that he should really just be like a friend to her personally. Art with Lauren B also followed up with just be a shoulder to lean on. Yeah, I don't think that it should go any further than that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ham. No, ma'am. No, ham. I just don't think that that's going to be much of a very healthy situation. I may be wrong. Just don't seem right to me. She's got a lot going on. He would literally be taking on so much just to have a relationship with her. Just don't think that that's a conducive way to start off a relationship. Like, my whole thing is, granted, we all come into our relationships or just different bonds with people where we may have some pieces of us that are broken. But when you are down and out and you down bad like that, sometimes you have to take a step back from trying to like be with somebody and, bump and grind. Because let's be real, you might be going through some things, but, a little bit of physical time might cure some stuff for you. Okay. Let's keep it a buck. Hi. Okay. But you shouldn't want to go and embark on a brand new relationship with so many different things hanging in the balance. I just don't think that it's right. It's just not. Art with Lauren B, who's following us on Facebook, said also his friend needs therapy, self-care, and a confidence boost. Yeah, I mean, being in a marriage or even a long-term relationship and having a breakup that's tumultuous like that, it's just not healthy for you to go and journey in and go back to jumping right into a relationship like that. In no way, shape, form, or fashion could that be healthy. That couldn't be healthy whatsoever. I think, sir, you need to give her a little bit of time. Now, what I will say is this. I think that if I'm trying to say the right words here, some people could be great people, but it could just be bad timing, right? So I do believe, as far as like him having a legitimate crush on her, she's probably a phenomenal woman. She's just down bad right now, I feel like that if he really likes her, that he can express the fact that he likes her, if that's what we need to do. And I see we got a couple people that are just joining our live feed. So if you just tuned in, the what would you do for tonight is basically this guy has his friend. They are both no longer with their spouses. He has a crush on her, but her life is a little bit of in shambles. It's a little bit in shambles. So he's trying to embark on a possible relationship with this young lady, and it's just not looking too good. It's not looking too good. No, ma'am, no ham. It's just not. It's just not. I don't think it's a good thing. Let me get into these comments. It's a lot of baggage. I agree. That's a lot to start a relationship off with. Like, you just don't want to. I don't want to go into a relationship like that. Like, what? Come on now. Art with Lauren B also follow up with, he needs to watch a Tyler Perry movie and learn how to just wait. Okay, please wait for that lady before she go off on you on somebody's balcony and how you feeling some type of way. You running off, you got to go back to the factory. You got on a wig that ain't right. You know, your lace is showing. You got a microphone attached to it. You know the Tyler Perry movies. You know the vibes. Okay. Hey, sis. We have I Am Just Wit tuning in, baby. Hey, you look good. Thank you, sis. I love it. I love the fact that my sister's back on the live with me. Like, y'all need to know Whitney, and I even, it's so funny, I talked about this at the anniversary show. I'm like, Whitney has literally been with the show. Baby, we was in the trenches, okay? We were in the trenches. I was literally just telling somebody about the one space that, never mind, I won't go into that story. Not tonight. But sis, thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. Getting back to the what would you do? I don't believe that you should embark on a relationship with somebody when they are in that much of shambles. Okay. We were in the trenches. She said in the trenches. Girl, you remember that one place that we went to and I'm like, baby, it smelled like bounce that eye. Okay, bounce that eye. But we're not gonna speak on that though. We're not gonna speak on what it was what it was giving. Because it was not giving what it was supposed to give. That guy needs to just leave. Just needs to leave it alone. She said, yes. Whitney, you crazy because you know exactly where I'm talking about. Baby, the trenches, okay? The real trenches. You like this. Hold on. Let me just, let me clutch my little invisible pearls, okay? It's too much. To go ahead and wrap up. This what would you do? So I just feel like I want to take it back real quick. I'm feeling real nostalgic now that me and Whitney is talking about these trenches. So I'm gonna play a song and y'all gonna freak out because all my people that have been y'all gonna know exactly. Hold on, I'm gonna turn it on for y'all because let me just try to find it, Jesus, because I need for y'all. I'm so upset that I can't find it. Y'all remember the song, I Like You. I like you. Do you like me too? Wait, I can't find it, y'all. I can't find it. Oh, that's making me so sad. They might have taken it down. But I really want to play that for y'all because it was everything. She said I'm gonna log off. Whitney, I felt like that the song was perfect for tonight's What Would You Do? They are going off for those that are tuning in with us on Fluent, Mixed Talk Media, Jams 95.3 and Indy 101.5. They are going off in the Facebook comments. You all are ridiculous. Okay, y'all know exactly what song I'm talking about while y'all getting on here acting funny. I won't play it. But unfortunately, I do have to pay some bills. So I will be right back. Okay. We're going to go ahead and take a break. And when I come back, I've got tonight what's happening. What's up? See y'all in a minute.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, MzMetchi, checking in, reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the...
Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
Do you like me too?
I found it.
Cause I like you.
Because I like you.
Do you like me too?
Drop those
Do you
businesses.
like me too?
I better see Arbor Lauren B.
In the park and sit on the bench.
And I am just with.
Conversation, just chilling a bit. Enjoying
We're just gonna vibe real quick.
Time be fine, but the day just went. Hey. Hours at a time, trying to make
Throwback Thursday.
Yes. Call you in the morning, stomach got butterflies. Can't wait to see your pretty face and stare in the eyes. Can't wait to take another walk and look at the sky.
I found this, sis.
How we go get out this hood and do it big together? Cause I like you. I like you.
Do you like me too? Hey,
Do you like me too? Cause I like.
wait, I want to break it down. I want to go to the breakdown part. I'm petty, so I can fast forward it.
Do you like me too?
Come on, Jamal. Jamal singing it too. I love it. We just had to throw it back real quick for tonight's What Would You Do? He say he like her. He don't care if she broke. Her car ain't working. She got 2 kids. He don't care. He say, baby, I like you.
Come on,
I like you.
Just me and you. If we got us, then no, we can't lose. I got your back. No matter what, whatever issue. I feel complete when we together.
Okay. I had to vibe out real quick because that's always the 1 and the 2 for me. Please and thank you. Yes, I love the fact that he was singing it. She said, I like you. Do you like me too? Yes, that is a jam. Y'all make sure. So I opened up the show to Not Them tonight. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. Okay, they hail from Chicago. Not Them. That song is available on all platforms. I don't know why I couldn't find it, y'all. I'm like, what is going on? But I was having some technical difficulties, but let's go ahead and get into it. So the number one thing that's been going on out in the streets that everybody, honey, it's got the people going crazy. Baby, Beyonce released that world tour. She did. And I'm a little bit upset because I would go to the Chicago show, but I'm going to go to Black Alumni this year. At my alma mater, okay, and so I'm gonna miss that show, but I feel in my spirit that I might need to sign up to go and see it at another place. Because let me tell you, I'll tell you this: I'm not on the Beehive or anything. I'm personally in the Rihanna Navy, but I do love Beyonce, and I feel like she is an awesome entertainer. But let me tell y'all what y'all got to stop doing, though. Y'all got to stop counting people's pockets and worried about what people are going to pay for a concert ticket. Let's just make it a point in 2023 and beyond to not count somebody else's pockets. I know friends that have spent well over $1,500 to be right to see her toenails at the stage. Okay, baby, if you have the money to go, and you are, you like, hey, I ain't gonna pay my rent, my light bill, my gas, my water, and my, recycling. I'm gonna go. Do you? I'm not judging anybody. Because let me tell you, when it comes to Drake, when it comes to Aubrey, I've paid a ridiculous amount to go and see him. I paid an amount that was not what I would usually pay, but I've become a little bit of a snob when it comes to certain experiences. So vacations, concerts, flights, all of that stuff. You know, I found somebody on TikTok that I felt like this girl was literally saying my entire life because she was giving a list of like different things in your 30s. And I was just like, baby, auntie identifies. Auntie identifies. Okay. Whitney said, wait. She said, wait, it's Black Alumni OMG win. It is happening in July, sis. I'll send you the dates or whatever the case is. Yeah. I have not actually gone to one. You know, shout out to all my Salukis. Shout out, what are Salukis at? What are Salukis at? Okay, if you know, you know. Those that know, they know. Okay, we finna party that weekend. It's gonna be a whole vibe. Okay, but needless to say, Beyonce released her lineup for her world tour, and you know, I will say this: I've listened to all of her albums. The Renaissance album did something for me. It did something for me. I really, really enjoyed it. I just felt like, you know, Beyonce is around our age. You know, she's in our age group or whatever the case is. And I just feel that her music, it was something about this latest project that really resonated with me. Like when she came out with the Lemonade album, I'm like, baby, I'm not mad at my man. We in love. I love him. I don't want to beat him with a bat or do no stuff like that. I love my man. So I couldn't really identify, but she had some bops. She had some bops on every CD. But it was something about the Renaissance album. Like when I heard Break My Soul for the first time, let me talk about oh my God. When I heard Break My Soul for the first time, and at first I couldn't get over the beat because I was just like, this is giving Pose. This is giving Pose, FX Pose. I'm confused. But I started listening to the lyrics and I'm like, girl, you speaking my life. You speaking my life. Whitney said she ain't never been either. Wait, oh yeah, Lauren, she put up some ears. Yeah, girl, the tickets is out. And Whitney said I've never been either. Yeah, I haven't been to the Black Alumni, but I'm gonna go. A lot of my friends are going, so I'm gonna go and party. Moving along. So did y'all hear about them dropping the charges on R. Kelly in Chicago? Kim Fox and her office, they dropped the charges against R. Kelly, right? Whoa. What a way to get the people going. What y'all think? Y'all think they should have kept the charges or no? What y'all think? I have so many thoughts, but I don't know. They probably shouldn't have just like dropped everything. I'm like, y'all, you know, I mean, I don't know. It just something about it doesn't seem fair. But the thing that was really hurtful was, I'm sure you all know Lanita Carter. If you watched the documentary, you know, she was his hairdresser and she was the one that he, you know, took advantage of her. She allegedly, she did say that on the actual series. She was extremely disappointed. I mean, they just show her just not really in a good place after hearing that news. And I mean, who would be, right? Who would be? Like, that's a little bit too much. Moving along. So let me tell y'all about some foolishness that happened this week. And I don't know if y'all heard about it. I think I'll start with this one first. Y'all know that we have been following the things that happened with Alec Baldwin in that shooting. So he was formally charged for involuntary manslaughter in the accidental shooting of his production assistant. Okay, so he was actually charged. So that's news. But let me move along to some other foolishness, because that wasn't foolishness. I think that was, you know, they needed to have probably got that wrapped up before 2023. But don't get me to talking. This story, 22-year-old assistant junior varsity basketball coach in Virginia posed as a student in order to participate in a basketball game. And as a result, she is currently out of a job. Yes, you heard it correct. A 22-year-old assistant junior varsity basketball coach in Virginia impersonated a student to play basketball. They impersonated being a 13-year-old student. Let me go ahead and add that part. 13. 22-year-old, 13. No, it's not making sense. The math is certainly not mathing. Oh, wait, hold on. Y'all in the comments. Wait a minute. Lauren said they should have kept the charges for R. Kelly. Okay. Whitney said, yeah, they dropped him. I mean, he ain't getting out ever. That's true. Yeah, I mean, it's like, why prosecute him? Like, oh, we just gonna bring you for a trip back to Chicago. They should have kept him, though. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Whitney said, yes, I heard that crazy mess. Why is a 22-year-old out here posing as a 13-year-old? Make it make all of the sense in the world. It's a little bit too much for me. It's just a little bit too much. I'm sorry. I can't deal. Did y'all see that viral video of the young lady that ended up breaking her teacher's legs from an altercation? Tell me if you guys saw it or not. Tell me in the comments if you're tuning in live with me on Facebook and YouTube. Whitney said people are mentally unstable. Yes, especially the girl. I ended up seeing the video on TikTok, of course, because I spend way too much time over there. I spend way too much time on TikTok. I'm ashamed at how much time I spend on TikTok. But needless to say, it started off, it looked like with a verbal altercation with the young lady and her teacher. As they started fighting just outside the threshold of the door to the classroom. And it looked like that the girl stumped on her knees, and for me, as a person with a bum knee, I'm like, oh, honey, I would be mortified. I would never work again. I'm like, do you know this girl just A-Town stumped my knee? And I could not fight her because she was a child? Somebody call your mama, call your daddy, call your grandmother. Yeah, Winnie, she stomped her legs out. They were fighting. They were tussling to keep it 100 with you. So if you're just tuning in, I see we have a few people that just joined us on tonight's live feed. Baby, what's up with these kids? And see, you know what? Let me tell y'all. And I think I've shared it with y'all on the show before, but my original profession that I was going into when I went to school was to teach secondary, was to teach on a secondary level for English. Now I know I talk a little bit of slang, but I do actually know how to talk and write and do all that other crazy stuff. I'm just a little, sophisticated, you know the vibes. But that was my original thing. And I just remember when I got to my senior year and it was time to go into the classroom, I was like, these kids are bad as HE double hockey sticks. These kids was bad, baby. The only day I stayed there with them for the whole year, my senior year. And the only day that them kids acted right for me was the day that I was being evaluated from a member of my college. I'm like, y'all bad. And this was at our old school, Rich Central, baby. And I went back to Rich Central. Shout out to the teachers that looked out for me my senior year. But baby, what I tell you, after I wrapped up that evaluation, I dropped that teaching certificate so quick, I could not make it to my guidance counselor quick enough. Because I'm like, first off, these kids is bigger than what we used to be when we was younger. So if they square up with you, they y'all gonna tussle. And see, I know me. I'm not a fighter, but I will fight you if I need to. And you ain't just gonna be hitting on me and A-Town stumping my kneecaps, especially my bad knee. I'm already dragging this knee around. You can't stump it out. You can't stump it out. Anybody that know me know I got a pimp walk. I can't help it. But you ain't gonna stump my knees out. No. Art with Lauren B said, not the A-Town stump. She stumped her knee. It's broken. It's broken. Whitney said, girl, these kids are different. Absolutely. I completely agree. Girl, they a mess. And I just knew they was just so sassy. And like I said, that semester that I worked with them, baby, that was enough of me. I used to come home. Oh, Lord, if my mother was here, she would tell y'all. I used to come home. I'm like, girl, I'm not going to be doing this for the rest of my life. I got to switch gears. I got to switch gears. I ain't got no other choice, mother. I can't do this. After when I got my evaluation, I get back to the school and turned it in so that I could graduate and do all that other stuff. Baby, I took the early graduation. I'm like, I don't need to do this. Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. Whitney followed up with, girl, yes, these teenagers look 30. That's why the lady that was able to pass for a 13-year-old. That part. I'm like, Okay. Moving along. So Whitney's gonna get a kick out of this because she's been sharing some stuff on this all week. So where my Potomac fans at? Where my Real Housewives of Potomac friends? Where are the girlies that tune in every Sunday on Bravo? Okay, they should be cutting us a check for how much we did watch their franchises. But so if you have been watching, last week, big altercation between, of course, Karen and Robin in regards to Juan Dixon. All of this is alleged because I ain't no gossip person. Y'all ain't finna sue me, baby. I'm just talking about what's in the streets. Okay. That Juan Dixon had, allegedly stepped out on Robin, and she was aware of it, and she knew about it, and blah, 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 blah. Child, why Robin get on her podcast and actually admit that it was true? It was true what Karen had said, not the same lady, but it was true that she was aware of these, of allegations or him actually cheating. She had real receipts, and she still married him anyway. Like, don't sign up for a reality show if you're not going to keep it real. You got to just keep it real. Now, if you a celebrity and you ain't signed up for a reality show where you're supposed to reveal your life, you don't owe anybody anything. You're absolutely correct. Right? But why lie? Why lie? Just be like, okay. And I knew, but what? Like, just be real. Like, just be real, and then this is the thing. So if y'all do watch it, they always try to put Karen out or whatever the case is, but it's just like, I don't know. Like, is blue eyes a real thing? Questions that need answers. Okay. Art with Lauren B says she's never seen Potomac. Baby, get in tune. Get all the way in tune. They fight, snatch wigs, throw glasses, knives, everything you can think of, baby. It's lit. It's lit. I'm gonna take a quick break. When I come back, we're gonna talk a little bit of sugar honey iced tea. We're gonna talk a little bit of sugar honey iced tea. I'll be right back.
I'm 54, so basically, it's too late to start saving for retirement, right?
Not right. Starting to save, even in your 50s, can really make a difference.
Well, right now, saving seems hard to wrap my head around. Plus, with the way this year's been going...
Hey, listen, it's okay. You still got this. Just go to aceyourretirement.org. It's an online tool from AARP that can help you get your retirement savings on track no matter your age. It's free and only takes about 3 minutes.
I like 3 minutes.
Yeah, at aceyourretirement.org, you'll chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer a few questions and you'll get a personalized plan and tips to help boost your retirement savings. Tips that are easy to understand and tailored to your lifestyle.
I like that too.
Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back. Just head to aceyourretirement.org and make your plan to start saving for retirement.
Thanks.
That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
And now, introducing one of the newest BossFluent creations, Lady. Lady is a women's fragrance that will leave men mesmerized and have you feeling beyond amazing. Its sweet and soft aroma will bring out your inner divine feminine and keep him wanting more, over and over again. Lady, a BossFluent product coming soon. Make sure you check out our fragrances and much more online at www.bossfluentent.com. Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. If you haven't already, make sure that you're following the Blueprint Media Company on all platforms at the BP Media Co. And make sure that you're following me, your girl, MzMetchi. Okay, just type in MzMetchi and I'll pop right up. Shout out to all my listeners tuning in with me on Fluent Radio, Mixed Talk Media, Indie 101.5, and Jams 95.3, y'all. We having a good time tonight. So look. Tonight's topic, I put a dash up there because I got some stuff to say. Let's go ahead. Let's get it started. I'm going to keep it real quick. I'm not going to keep you for too long. I had some situations. I had some people that were trying me this week. Trying me. I had two situations that stuck out that were really, I'm proud of me. Let me just say that. The first thing is, okay, as a media professional, let me just say this to anyone that's tuning in or just different things like that. There, you know, for you to promote yourself or to come on someone's platform, okay, there may in times come, you know, come moments where you are going to have to pay like a fee, right? So I found myself, you know, as I'm trying to grow my own career, because, you know, I have my show, I have my platform, but I also want to be interviewed to talk about all of the amazing things that I'm doing too, right? Like, I'm like, hey, let's get into it. I found myself, you know, I reached out to a few different platforms, and it's funny because everybody will want to come on my platform, but then it's like, if they have a platform, if you try to go on there, it's like all of this like pushback, and I'm like, okay, I thought we was promoting each other, but okay, whatever. So I reached out to someone, and y'all know I don't blast nobody on the show, so they will remain nameless in this situation. But child, these fools, let me say fools with a capital F, honey. They were just like, for 10 minutes, you know, it's going to be $1,000. I was like, $1,000? $1,000. And mind you, this is for you know, I've been on over these last several years. I've been featured in different publications. I've been on several different radio stations, more than several different radio stations. I've been on an array. Let's say that. Let's give the real vibes. I've been on an array of platforms. And this particular platform in general, you know, I'm familiar with the advertising structure. I'm familiar with a lot of the intricacies because, yes, Whitney, she said, why are you kidding me? No, sis, I am not kidding you. This is a real situation. They really tried to do it. And what ticked me off about it is the simple fact that sometimes people will look at you like you a walking lick, you know, like, oh, I can get something from her. I can do this. I can do that, or whatever the case is. Let me tell you something. As professional and as poised as I am, or whatever the case is, let me tell you one thing that I do have. I've got street smarts, okay? So I'm very familiar and very aware when any man, woman, business owner, anybody is trying to get one over on me. I'm like, you might have been able to loop in a lot of goofies, but you won't get me, okay? Because one thing about it, and this ties into another situation, so I'm going to bring it all around. So just stick with me if you're just tuning in. I also had a situation where essentially someone that I know, we were having a conversation this week, and they called themselves like, you know, trying to question my credentials as far as what I've done in radio, what I've done in media, what I've done just over the years. You know what I'm saying? Like they you know, literally have been like coming at me. So I had this one situation where you got the people trying to play you like you a clown. You know, they're like, oh yeah, come and spend all of this money and do different things. And yet I'm like, oh, okay. You know, like, mind you, these people, these are my peers. You know, these are people. I'm like, I know y'all treat me like I'm a stranger off the street, or like I'm like I'm a corporation or something like that. I'm like, you know, I know that they're not charging this. This is not the actual retail rate. You're trying to hit a lick off of me. So then to have that happen, and then have someone that, again, that I know that I'm familiar with, that's like trying to run my resume. Whew. I talked to my husband last night. I'm so thankful that I get to talk to him, because, you know, you got to have that person where you can tell them your real, raw, honest, and authentic feelings, because we do have brands. So you can't be out here talking crazy. And I'm not going to talk crazy, but I'm going to say my truth. I'm going to talk my stuff. When you are actually operating in your destiny, you are a leader in all things that you do. You are thebomb.com. Okay, let's just go ahead and put it out there however you want to put it. You don't have to go around and always explain your credentials, because the work speaks for itself. Okay, so regarding the first situation where someone is trying to get over on me, they trying to basically go and pay their bills or do whatever they was trying to do as far as with that egregious amount for a 10-minute interview, not even something that's in depth where it's filmed or anything like that, or is for television or anything that is worth the honest while. Know that when you're dealing with somebody like me, like MzMetchi, okay, because I told y'all this year, what did I tell y'all? I've been operating and being humble for a long time, and I'm still humble. It's nobody but God. That's the reason why my business has gotten to where it's gotten, and I've made the ways that I've made for myself, okay, in this game. I'm going to be knowledgeable. And part of being knowledgeable is knowing the current rates for the industries that you serve. I serve in media. I serve in entertainment. This is what I do. I serve in beauty. I know if I'm paying too much for a setting spray. And I know when someone is trying to get over on me and look at me like I'm a walking lick. Number two, let's get into it. Let's get into it. You want to run up on me and ask me for my resume and my experience, and then in the same breath, turn around and need me for something. Because I have the knowledge, and I have the abilities and the skills, and I have the proven knowledge, and I have the evidence of all of those things. What y'all not gonna do, I said it last year, and I'm gonna say it again. I didn't even have a topic because I was so mad. And then when I was talking with Anthony, he told me that our conversation, how I was talking to him, reminded him of the Meek Mill song, Dreams and Nightmares. And that's how I felt this week. Don't pull up on my bumper. Don't come sweeping in front of my doorstep when you don't know. But for those that don't know, yeah, I might be a baby to some that have been in the game a little bit longer than me, but I have made the way. I had, people. I've had people, my business partners. I've had people that have helped me along the way, even some that are on this live with me tonight. But I've had to make my own way, and when I say my own way, I have to. I want to make sure that I'm clear that my husband has also helped me too. But we are one. When you see me, you see him. You see us. It's we. Okay. But when I say that I've had to do it by myself, I'm also including him. But that's it. We've sat in the room for hours brainstorming and doing those different things. I've sat with Whitney. Whitney, I still have the napkin when you told me that I needed to condense my building. She laughs at that all the time, but it's the truth. I've had that, but I've had to do that work. So when people come for you and you are activated in your season and they want you to run something down to me, here's the reply that I have to anybody that wants to try to play with me. Google me. Yeah, I went there this year. I said, I would never say that. That's so arrogant. That's so whatever. You can Google me. My works and the things that I have done have been seen, and there are some things that will be seen in the future. Y'all gonna stop playing with people when they are in their season. Don't come for me if I didn't come for you. Okay? Don't try to play people like they are goofy. And don't try to get over on people. You looking at them like, yeah, people see like, oh yeah, she I know she got it. She could pay $1,000 for this and do all this other stuff. I would rather take that $1,000 and go and promote myself in many other places except for one platform. As a small business owner, you got to work smart and not hard. So if you are listening to me tonight, if anybody tries to offer you a rate that's going to be egregious and it didn't ate up your budget that you have for your marketing and advertisement or whatever the case is, you better not put it all in one pot. You bet not put it all in one pot. If somebody is talking crazy like that, you better go and find 3 to 4 different avenues where you could split that $1,000 payment up to $250 and make it happen. Make it do what it do, as my father would say. Stop trying to get over on people. And stop trying to pull up on somebody else's bumper. Part of the reason why a lot of people aren't succeeding or doing what they need to do is because they are worried about everybody else. I don't care who else is in the media game. I love seeing other Black women. I have some that are my favorites. Other women in general, but other Black women that look like me, that's doing their thing in media. And I show up and I'm going to support them. My Fluent family. Shantae Gamble out in Houston. Summer Boston with the record pool. You know what I'm saying? I have Felice with the Turner Radio. So many of my friends, well, I'm not looking at them as competition. I'm like, sis, you supposed to win too. Sharing my vision, my journey. Renita from Be Your Own Kind. All of my friends, my girlfriends, that we are doing these things as far as within our industries that we serve. My only competition is me. So I'm sorry if I got tunnel vision and I'm just not looking, but I'm not counting nobody else's pockets. I'm not trying to hit a lick off nobody. I'm just trying to serve within my destiny. But you're not going to play with me. And please believe, anybody that might feel like they around me, you might listen to the show or just be like, oh, I'm attached to the brand. And you think that you doing some fool stuff and that we don't see it. We see you. We see you when we laugh. We laugh over mimosas and cocktails. And we looking at you like you crazy. Stop it. Bing bong. Okay. You said you definitely have to put in the work. You do. You do. And when you put in the work, it feels like that much more disrespectful when somebody try to come for you. Because it's just like this. Okay. Okay. Lauren said she didn't send for y'all, so don't come for her. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. I'm not the one or two or three. Bing bong. Okay. Whitney got the mimosa glasses in the comments. Y'all, for real. When I tell y'all it ticked me off, it took me all the way off. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, we're not gonna beat a dead horse, but baby, y'all gonna stop having MzMetchi and the blueprint messed up. Just know and understand we've done our part as far as paving the way as well. Bing bong. Let me go ahead and go on break really quick. When I come back, I'm gonna have tonight's quote of the night.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other and build family memories we will carry with us forever. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. It's easy. Just put in your zip code to find family-friendly outdoor destinations near you. You'll also find guides to free activities, games, and amazing forest facts. Give the magic of the outdoors to your kids and reconnect with your family. Find a forest near you at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the word from our sponsors for tonight. Let me get into these comments. What y'all talking about over here? What y'all talking about? Let me see. Whitney said, Mechi don't bother nobody. Y'all keep it pushing. Whitney, I don't bother nobody. I really don't. Like, if I'm bothering y'all, I'm bothering y'all trying to figure out what are we promoting this week? What are we doing? Like, I don't be on nothing with nobody. I'm like, I just want to love y'all. I just want to love y'all so much. Let me get into the quote in light of tonight's little rant, because it was a rant. But you know what? What I've learned to do is to take the negative things that happen and turn it as content. This is my life. You know, I get on here every week with the Blueprint Live and I give y'all my life, honey. Okay. But in light of that, tonight's quote, here it is. Don't just get involved. Fight for your seat at the table. Better yet, fight for a seat at the head of the table. That was from our former president, Barack Obama. Okay. That quote definitely resonated with me for a number of reasons. You know, when you have to fight and fight and fight, you know what I'm saying? Like these days, I'm fighting to have my own table with my own set of guests and my own little chairs with my friends and all that other stuff. We fighting for our own table. We're not trying to sit at everybody else's table like that no more. We trying to have our own table. Okay. And that's what we're doing. So I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. And of course, thank my very special guest, you know, Dr. April. I told you all, she is truly dynamic. So make sure that you all are following her everywhere. Just ask Doc April. She's going to pop right up. So make sure that you get in tune with her. Make sure that you all are still shopping with Lavish Looks. Okay. www.MzMetchi.com/shop. Shout out to all of my listeners in Chicago, Jersey, Philly, and Houston. And thank you to everyone that's tuning in with us on Fluent Radio, Mixed Talk Media, Philly Jams 95.3, and Indie 101.5. And for all of my people that were tuning and chiming in on Facebook and YouTube, I love y'all. Next week it's gonna be lit, and of course my sponsors, Fiya Infusions, Black Dollar Days, and Paris Ice Bar. I love you guys. Next week we're gonna be back for another great show. And you all have a great and prosperous weekend. I love y'all. Bye.